Arya's POV. My mother-in-law was killed when my husband's assistant ran a red light and hit her. Yet somehow, the court ruled that she was just trying to scam some money. Still trying to defend her, I filed 3 lawsuits but also lost all 3. Just as I was about to appeal for the 4th time, I discovered that her body had been stolen. I was about to call the police when my husband, Caleb Morgan, a lawyer, showed up and tossed 2,000 onto the table. You should already know, he said coldly, I've never lost a case. No matter how much evidence you think you have, your mother's lawsuit will never win. If I said your mom was faking it, she's faking it. All your appeals are just your way of trying to squeeze out more compensation. But don't bother, I already had her body sold on the black market and got 2 grand for it. Consider that as the full value of her life, and stop bothering Brielle. That was when it hit me. He thought it was my mother who died. I pushed the money back toward him. I don't have the right to take this. He frowned, his voice suddenly sharp. What, 2 grand's not enough for you, Arya? Get this straight. Her mother was unemployed. For someone like her, earning 2 grands with her life is already a miracle. Don't get greedy. I shook my head. You misunderstand. I mean, you should be the one keeping this money. Caleb's brows knitted tightly, disgust flashing across his face. Are you out of your mind? This is the money made from selling your own mother's corpse. What does that have to do with me? Do you really think I'd take that kind of dirty money? Caleb grew up with only his mother. His father died early, and it was his mom who worked multiple jobs to raise him and pay for his law school dream, ruining her health in the process. Witnessing all that, he devoted his life to his mom. I used to wonder why, after his mother's death, he never once went home. Why he devoted himself completely to defending Brielle Carter, the assistant who killed her. Now I knew. He thought it was my mother who died, not his. I looked him straight in the eye and said calmly, Caleb, I suggest you return that money and buy mom's body back. Otherwise you'll regret it. But it seemed he didn't get what I had said as he scoffed. Do you even know what the black market is like? Once something's sold there, you think you can just buy it back. Your mother's body has probably been chopped into pieces by now. There's no getting her back. So, just take the money and stop causing trouble. She wasn't my biological mother, but she was still a human being. She'd been killed without reason, branded a scammer, and now her body had been sold off by her own son. The thought of her fate made my chest ache. Caleb, I said quietly, since you know exactly how bodies are treated on the black market, how could you still do that to mom? He gave a mocking smile. Why would it? She's your mom, not mine. And besides, the dead don't feel pain. Selling her body for cash at least gave her some worth. She should have watched where she was going. Getting killed was bad enough, but she also traumatized Brielle for days. I stared at him speechless. For a moment I couldn't even imagine how he'd react if he found out that the woman sold to the black market was actually his own mother. When I didn't reply, he added casually, honestly, I always thought your mom looked like the short-lived type. Even if she hadn't been hit, she wouldn't have lasted long. So, just take the money and be grateful. Arya's POV. Take the money now, and tomorrow buy something nice to apologize to Brielle at the office. End of conversation, Caleb flatly said. After that he dropped the money on the table and walked away without looking back. As I watched him leave, I suddenly realized something. The man who once fought for justice, the man I admired for his integrity, had completely rotted from the inside out. And this marriage had also reached its end. The next day I drafted the divorce papers and went to his law firm. The moment I stepped into his office I froze. There he was, the same man who couldn't stand a speck of dust, kneeling on one knee, gently massaging Brielle's foot. His eyes were filled with a tenderness I'd never seen before. When Brielle noticed me, she immediately put on her innocent act. Arya, don't get the wrong idea, she stammered, pulling her foot back. I twisted my ankle and Caleb was just helping me. That's all. She then tugged at his sleeve, pretending to panic. Caleb, say something. I don't want to lose my job.